Says,
Here we go. Hey. All right. Welcome to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony, with my other co-hosts here, Tommy and Theron. Super exciting episode today. We've got t-shirts. More on that later. On this episode, though, we're talking about the current crisis that is Braun Strowman, the strength that is SD Live, and we'll have on the show a special guest. We've invited a friend of the podcast and fan, Andrew, to join us on the last half of the show. So stick around. First, let's hit up question of the day before we jump into banter.
All right, let's get into this question of the day. Pound for pound, who is the best entrance music currently in the professional wrestling? Not entrance, not walkout, not pyro, not graphics, not Titantron, a video, but entrance music, pure music, the kind of music you just want to listen to, put in your phone and listen to it just on its own merits. So think about that, and we'll answer that in the back half of the show.
All right, yeah, I like that question. Music-related question. So I want to talk.
Yeah, I was inspired.
What?
No, I was inspired by Nakamura because I was listening to his entrance music just for the hell of it. Just I was like looking for it on YouTube, just a clean version. So I was like, there's so many good music right now. So many like fighters, wrestlers just known for their music. So I was like, what is the best one route going there right now?
Well, you got to think too. Like when you hear the first few seconds, you immediately know, like, ooh, that's my boy.
Like any song, really. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. Well, hey, before we get to the answering that question of the day in the latter half of the show, super exciting stuff. Our sponsor, MikeMonster.com, has hooked it up. Huge, big time for us. We got t-shirts, official Bros Before Elbows t-shirts. You have to go to MikeMonster.com. Do a quick little plug here. You got to go to MikeMonster.com. There are like 4 or 5 different colors you can choose from. White, black, gray, pink, and blue, I think, are the colors that you can choose, all various sizes. And I got to say, if you're listening to the show, use the promo code Bros Before Elbows. That's the number 4, and that will score you a 20% discount off of your purchase. So you can score yourself an official t-shirt of the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. That's super exciting. I never thought that we'd actually have t-shirts down the line, or that we'd have t-shirts. I thought that would be something we'd have down the line, but to have it so soon, I think is like a major win.
That's crazy, man. They look good. Did a great job, and yeah, it's 5 different colors: black, white, pink, light blue, and gray. And they all look good. I like black and light blue personally the best, but they all look cool. It's our logo. The logo you see on our Facebook page, the logo you see on our Twitter page, is that right in the center of the t-shirt. And it looks clean. It looks good. The logo designed by Oscar way back in the day. It still looks great, man. They always look perfect for a t-shirt. So now I'm stoked that we finally have a t-shirt that people can purchase and get printed and shipped right to your doorstep.
Yeah, t-shirts.
Yeah, I was going to say, Kiki Monies, what do you think about the t-shirts?
I think that is awesome. I think that they are awesome. I think you should endorse our shirts and go buy one. Hopefully I get one for free. So they're sick.
You can score yourself a 20% discount by using the promo code Bros Before Elbows.
Oh, are they on Mike Monster?
Straight up, dude. MikeMonster.com, bro.
That's going to be the first shirt I buy. Never mind the Mike shirt I was going to get.
No, dude. Use your 20% coupon on MikeMonster.com using the promo code Bros Before Elbows and get yourself some other t-shirts.
Oh, I'm definitely getting a t-shirt. That's not even a question. I might get multiple colors. I don't even know yet.
That one for your bae.
I don't have a bae. I'm single. Ladies, I've been single for so long.
That's not a cry for help.
No, this is not saying buy one and just keep it in the closet clean.
Buy like a small, because she's got to be small.
For future bae, yeah.
Yep.
Isn't that a thing? Like if a girl spends the night and she doesn't have clothes for the next morning, you can give her an official Bros Before Elbows t-shirt.
I think I should make it a thing.
Yeah, so you take her to Waffle House or something, or Denny's, and then bam, it's free advertising.
I'll have to carry that as the brand. You guys are, married, so I'm the only one that can do that.
Yeah, do it for us. Do it for all the single men out there. T-Money's repping his bros before elbows. Official T-shirt from MikeMonster.com.
Oh yeah, man. I'm gonna promote it. It's going down. I'll do it. And I'll let you know. I'll send an Instagram or something. I'll send out a Snapchat.
Oh man, that's great. All right, let's move forward here. So lots of fun stuff with fans. Jason, the guy who runs MikeMonster.com, is a fan of the show, and then Oscar is a fan of the show. He responds to our Facebook comments quite a bit, so thank you for that. This next topic, we're going to jump into SmackDown Live. We briefly in our pre-production meeting talked about how we normally talk about Raw first, but we're going to talk about SmackDown first. We're going to give that some love, and we're going to give some love to our super fan, Dan, who, again, I watch a lot of wrestling with him, good buddy of mine. So he posted some stuff on my Facebook page, some things to talk about for this show. So concerning SmackDown Live, he asked, is the show lacking without Ambrose and Miz? What do you guys think?
If I had to go off the top, I think it's more the Raw's gaining a lot from Ambrose and Miz. Miz specifically, because it seems like right when he came to Raw, he was like right in the center of everything, right in the mix, and he like kind of didn't miss a step. I'm more worried about Ambrose kind of getting like lost in the shuffle on Raw. But then again, he was the co-Raw GM on Monday night when they did their London taped episode. So, I mean, I kind of think SmackDown didn't miss a beat either, because like Nakamura stepped in, took his place. I mean, AJ's a face now. Jinder came out of nowhere, literally out of nowhere. It became like a main event heel. So no, I don't think SmackDown's so good, and the writing and the storytelling is a little better than Raw. That I think they kind of didn't miss a beat at all. And then Miz on his own kind of fit right back into Raw because he's on a hot streak right now.
Theron, what do you think?
I agree with Tommy 100%. I don't feel as though by switching up Dean and The Miz into the Red brand, that SmackDown, I won't say they didn't lose something, but they definitely have been able to replace them. They called up Shinsuke Nakamura. They got KO out of it. Jinder Mahal's in the main event picture for the reasons of promoting Indian wrestlers or whatever. And the storylines are all going well. And then AJ Styles just casually, just utterly, just, nonchalantly just becomes a face after WrestleMania in the match with Shane McMahon. He just slowly turns. He never like outright comes and says I'm a face. He just becomes a face. So I don't think the SmackDown is lacking. All the storylines are good. You got like the Fashion Police now getting their own vignettes, and of course the New Day is coming. So get excited for that. I don't care if you don't like them, Anthony.
I hate the New Day.
I know you do.
I'm absolutely done with that.
Why?
That's what makes them great. And Kofi Kingston does awesome Instagram videos about not wearing walking boots anymore. And then he ends them with like Kanye West songs and his Yeezy Boosts. Way cooler than the LaMelo Ball shoes. Just saying.
Damn, son, you know way more about this than I do. To tell you the truth, I have not seen any of his videos. I could care less about New Day. I'm just over it, dude. I'm over it. It's
what?
It's just
what
dumb.
about Xavier Woods' video game channel, Up Down Down?
I haven't seen one episode.
Oh, well.
Oh my, you're missing out. That's why you don't like the New Day, because you're missing out on Kofi's Instagram and Xavier Woods' YouTube channel and Big E's Twitter.
Yeah, give him a chance. Big E marries people.
It's true, yeah, he's a deacon or something, a dean or whatever.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, so
amazing.
All right. I will. You know what? By next episode, I'll give him a shot. Okay,
You're gonna have to look for him on Up Down Down though, or Instagram or Twitter, because Kofi Kingston's injured. So
no, totally. I'll give him a chance. But at face value, their characters on Raw and SmackDown or whatever, I think they're dumb. I just can't get behind it. It's butthole cereal, dude. That's what they're pitching. They have freaking
that's what makes
llama
brilliant.
dildos on their heads, dude. It's terrible. They're getting away
Those
with
are
it.
unicorn horns.
They're getting away with it.
Yeah,
Dude. They're just getting away with stupid, frivolous nonsense. But whatever, man. It's WWE. It's gonna.
I'm I kind of appreciate that because they're the only ones who can get away with it. Everyone else is like written to like boxes, like where the writers are like vetoing everything they do, and the New Days are like the only ones who get to like run free like a wild unicorn.
That was great.
All right,
It's beautiful.
We totally strayed away from the question as far as lacking. So I guess not, because with Miz and Ambrose being gone, the New Day will be the supplement to this missing piece. Personally, I don't think it is lacking. So I'll just answer the question real quick. No, I don't think it is. I think Miz is doing great work. Great, he can kick ass in Raw. Ambrose, I hope he does some really good work with the IC title, but I think he's just kind of a placeholder for now. Regarding that, I do want to read something here real quick. Moving forward here, another fan and friend of the show, our buddy Joe, he listed some questions on my Facebook page, and I'm just going to read a couple of them here. So regarding Ambrose, this is kind of a good segue. How the question is this: how to establish an IC title when it's the second belt on a show that doesn't fight for its heavyweight title? So basically, how do you make the IC title relevant when the Universal title is a joke?
You give it to the Miz.
No,
True,
okay.
yeah. I mean, Miz is a lightning rod, dude. Wherever he goes, even on Total Divas, me and Crystal binge watched Total Divas this weekend. We watched like 8 episodes back to back, and it was glorious. And even on Total Divas, dude, it was like a show about divas and just like all their drama and all their like star power. The Miz shows up on the scene for like 5 seconds and he steals the scene. It's crazy, man. Like, dude is such a lightning rod.
He's a great entertainer. That's how you make that title relevant. I'm guessing that's the question: is relevancy of the Intercontinental Championship?
Yes. How do you make it relevant when the other title isn't really being fought for?
I mean, it's already relevant because the other title isn't being fought for. Saving that for my soapbox, but it is relevant. It's the only singles title on the brand right now, and you got Ambrose and Miz duking it out for it. At one point it was Balor, Miz, and I think Rollins. Those three, which are three of the top faces in Raw, fighting for the number one contendership. So I think what they're doing is working, at least until we see the big red belt again. I don't know when that'll be, but just put it on the Miz. The Miz is going to carry, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's carrying brands. Like, I don't know where this kid from Cleveland, Ohio, or Cincinnati, whichever one he's from, came from. Cleveland, goes on MTV, tells you, I dream of being a WWE star, shows you a promo video. This is all on the Real World. Does like 4 or 5 of the challenges, or maybe just one. And then he shows up in WWE, and now he's almost a 7-time Intercontinental Champion. He's a 1-time WWE Champion. He's their Marine 5. And
he headlined a WrestleMania of John Cena. Yeah.
He headlined a WrestleFreaking-Mania. Talk about living your dream. Like, that's insane. Give it to the Miz.
And he married a diva, dude.
Bravo.
A French diva.
And he married like one of the hottest divas in Divaville. Like, what? Are you kidding me?
Dude. No wonder he's so hated, man. Look at just listen to Theron's freaking Wikipedia biography he just gave out to the Miz. No wonder he's hated, man.
That was the
Dude's
ultimate endorsement for the Miz. Miz, if you're listening to the show, you are greatly loved by Theron.
It's not that I love the dude. I don't like his character. It's not that I don't like his.
Oh, my mistake. All right.
I like his character. I like him as a heel. I like what he does. He nails the heel character because you just want to hate him because he's so Miz, But that's what makes him great. Who says he's so Miz? Like, what? That's crazy. It's just crazy.
I just think
that came from. I just want to throw this in here real quick. He came from a reality era. He came from reality TV. You know what I mean? So he like knows the game. And I think with WWE going into that, reality realm per se, more so, than before. Yeah, I do. I believe that he's the perfect person to do it. And you love to hate him. You absolutely love to hate him.
Man, just look how far he's come in this episode on this show in the Bros of Robles universe. I'm looking back 3 years ago. The second episode was title "The Miz sells orange juice" like in the grocery store. That's what we wanted him to do. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot he said something like he opens up stores. Like, yeah, he's selling orange juice samples. And now look at that.
Wow.
Look how far he's got. Look how far he's come. Now he's getting respect across the board. It's glorious. It's great.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what? If we want, we can continue on with Miz. We got to take a quick little break here, real fast, for the edited version, I should say, of our podcast. But for the unedited version, we'll just take a hot couple of seconds here, just of silence, so I know where the break is in the audio. I'll plug that in, and then we'll come right back. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna chug this beer real fast.
Do it.
Welcome back to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Thanks for listening. We were briefly just talking about, or not briefly, we were talking about The Miz. We were talking about SmackDown. We can continue on with this convo if we want. We can also jump into some damage control, up to you guys, where you're feeling the convo is going. But at some point, we have to talk about Braun Strowman and the other brand's crisis, I should say.
What was the women's division with the faces? What was that about?
Yeah. So I want to bring that up real quick. So it's nice to see in SmackDown that they actually have designated faces and heels, because I feel like before it was just this coagulated mess of really good wrestlers, but nobody. It was just all heels. Everybody was evil. And so now it's nice to see that even though Charlotte's still kind of on the fence, she is more or less perceived as a face, or trying to be a face. And then, of course, you have Becky Lynch holding it down. And then you have Naomi, who I think is a great person to hold down the jolliness of the good guy, or good woman, I should say. Dan mentioned something about Becky is Batman. I don't really know what that is. I must be missing something. So anybody? Bueller?
Yeah. I don't know, man. That's hard. It's the Dark Knight's like my favorite comic book character right now too. I just watched the Killing Joke. If you guys on HBO Go. It's like a rated R DC animated movie. It's so good. It's on HBO Go if you guys got it. But yeah, it's high praise, man, for Becky Lynch. But I guess she is kind of carrying the four horsewomen was Charlotte, Bayley, Sasha. So she's kind of been holding it down for SmackDown. So I'm kind of interested in how they play Becky with now that Charlotte's a face, how they work together as a team, kind of dynamic as far as that goes with Becky and face Charlotte.
Me too. It makes me think real quick that there's going to be a moment where Charlotte will have an opportunity to turn on Becky and Naomi, but doesn't. And that will establish her being a true babyface.
What do you think about babyface Charlotte, Darren?
I hate it.
I don't think she could pull it off.
I mean, she came in as a face. We got to remember, it was only a couple years ago that Team PCB versus Team Bad was the Divas Revolution, and Charlotte was a face. That wasn't that long ago. I mean, I just feel like she turned on her own daddy, and she's been an awesome heel character. I don't think she can't pull it off, but she hasn't turned yet. You know, she's still just kind of like, I'm the greatest, and that's fine. I think Becky Lynch could turn heel in all this. Because just having Charlotte turn face would just seem like you got to swap. You know, you do have your clearly defined heels and your clearly defined faces. That's cool. Charlotte's still kind of in the middle. Naomi, you know, she's talking about snatching people's weaves, but she hasn't snatched anybody's weaves. Everyone still has all their hair. So I don't understand that. I don't understand the welcoming committee. I think that's a stupid name for them. But I would like to see. Okay, fine. If they're going to turn Charlotte face, then they should turn Becky heel, just to spice it up, just to keep it going, keep it lively, keep it active, make it fun.
Heel look like.
I think I feel like I've read that she was a heel. She was a heel in NXT. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah, she was like mean, and she was like a B, dude.
She
Last
crazier?
kicker.
Was she crazier than Nikki Cross?
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah.
No one's crazier than Nikki Cross, dude. She freaking bites the rope, bro. She
Nikki,
bites ankle.
Nikki Cross is awesome. By the way.
Her Ruby Riot are total badasses, dude. Freaking love Ruby Riot. So good.
Yeah.
Ruby Riot, that's the best. That's the best like diva name in a while.
Yeah, it is.
dude. That's so good. NXT, man. NXT is gosh. Should have a whole show dedicated to NXT, but good stuff.
We
There. If you're
should.
not watching it, you should definitely watch
Good
it.
idea.
Maybe we'll have an NXT episode, dude. I'm down.
I'm
We're
gonna
doing
watch it
weekly
after
ones.
this.
Yeah, probably have. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it too. Actually, mention all that.
Very good. All right, let's jump into some damage control here while we got time before our next little breaky break. Look, Braun Strowman, the eater of everyone's lunch, is he's injured, and that really throws a lot of monkey wrenches in this gear system here that is Raw, because Braun Strowman was the turtle that was holding up the flat Earth.
That's great.
Now his arm is broken or something, or he's like shoulder sprain or broken pinky or something.
There's a torn rotator cuff.
Oh dang. Okay. So
that's serious. That's a serious injury. Yeah.
So now what happens? What do they do? What does Raw do? Are they hitting the panic button? Is the staff at HQ lighting their own pitchforks and or their own torches and pitchforks? What are they doing?
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Why not, dude? They're freaking out. They're flailing their arms, dude.
Why would they flail arms? This isn't a reason to be up in arms. You just move on to the next program. You know, Finn Balor is your first Universal Champion, and he injured his shoulder the same night he won the title. Raw did just fine without him. So, yeah, Braun's been killing people. He's been getting a lot of thank yous. He's been eating people. He ate little Ultimo Dragon Jr. Well, that's Kalisto, by the way. You know, him and Reigns are still not done, but they'll be fine. You got Samoa Joe. You got Seth Rollins. You got Finn Balor. You got other people. So I don't think so. I mean, eventually Brock Lesnar has to show up somewhere, and, you know, he's a pop, so they might just have to bring him back sooner. I think they'll be fine. I don't know. How long is he out for? Do we know?
Oh,
It sounds like a serious injury. I think it would be like 3 months at least, the minimum. I think. Rotator cuff is like. But I still kind of agree with Theron. I think Raw's roster is so stacked right now. I mean, they just added Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose.
They got Finn Balor. They got The Miz. They got Roman Reigns, the face that runs the place. They got Seth Rollins, the potential future. And they got Samoa Joe, the NXT darling. I mean, that's a lot of people all fighting for. And they got Brock Lesnar in their back pocket too, whenever they need to bring him back. And they got the Hardy Boys, the guys who just came back and just stole the show at WrestleMania. So Raw is super, and that's not even talking about the women's division of Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks and Nia Jax. So I mean, yeah, just reading that off, that I think Raw has a better roster than SmackDown still.
So I guess to answer the question of how do you move on without Braun Strowman, the answer to the question is we just move on.
They just started. They just started it. They started it on Monday. He came out with the sling. He was like, "I can beat Kalisto with one arm tied behind my back." I think they had a match. You know, Braun proceeds to like beat him up. Then Roman Reigns shows up. Everybody boos Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets his revenge, and that's how they wrote Braun off of TV. Was Roman just targeted the arm, whatever injury is. It may not be rotator cuff. It's like elbow, shoulder, arm, somewhere in there. He assaulted him. He's already off of television. Rumors say Roman goes into feud with Bray Wyatt now. Finn Balor might be the guy that gets the shot at the Universal title because it was supposed to be Strowman, but now it's going to be maybe Balor. You still got Raw. There's enough going on. People will just be like, "Oh, Braun Strowman's gone. Okay, whatever." You know?
In it to win it? You think Finn's going to take it? You think Finn can take the beast, Brock Lesnar?
I feel like for the sake of the fact that he's been gone off, he being the Universal Champion, I'm trying to save this from my soapbox, has not been on TV. Like, I think they're going to keep that title on him for a little while, maybe. I don't think Finn will win it. Not right away.
That'd be so legit if he did.
It would be cool.
I think they got to tease it out. Yeah.
I'm just kind of peeved that Lesnar's like, no, dude, I'm not going to defend this title until July. For like a whole
no
2
sense.
months. It's stupid. And I think that's like a good question that Joe was trying to bring up was, how do you legitimize other titles when you have another title that's no one's even fighting for it? It's like, imagine, okay, let's just imagine if Finn wins, right? Let's just say imagine Finn wins. And he's like, you know what? I'm not going to defend this title until Clash of Champions. That's not till December. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to defend it until I feel like it.
Halloween Havoc.
World War III.
They should bring back Halloween Havoc, and in doing so, establish a TV title for both brands. That would be dope. I'm gonna keep saying
too
it
many
until it
times.
happens.
I'd love them to bring back WCW pay per view, especially if they sell me all the fire, man. Better than Great Balls of Fire.
Yeah, what kind of name is Great Balls of Fire for a pay-per-view? Like, what in the world?
One that's going to sell out an arena with an attendance of 32,000 in attendance at the Big Ball Arena or at the Big Pen Arena.
But you know how every pay-per-view has like a gimmick. Backlash is like Backlash because it's Backlash from WrestleMania. Payback is like Payback because it's Payback from the feuds.
From WrestleMania.
WrestleMania. What does Great Balls of Fire mean? Like, what's happening here? Oh man,
some intern in a meeting was probably just trying to be like a snarky a-hole and was like, "Let's call it Great Balls of Fire." And then one of the executive producers was like, "Yeah, dude, totally, let's do it. You're behind it. You're behind it, kid. This is it. It's your big break." What do we do?
He said, "Great."
Oh my goodness! Wait, one quick thing before we jump to our other break here. We got a couple of minutes. I do want to bring this up. Joe and Seth, we talked about this briefly, but this was another thing that Dan was asking about. I'm going to call this cold pizza. Joe and Seth, they were hot pizza. Ooh, that looks bubbly and delicious. Oh, I'm going to gnash my teeth into this pizza. Now that we've seen it, it's kind of like these two guys are cold pizza. I mean, you can eat it, and it's it'll be all right. But it's not as good as it once was. How do you guys feel about that? Is Joe and Seth cold pizza?
This is not many. Like I said, like the first time they wrestled or whatever. I mean, they don't have any chemistry. I just don't feel like they have any chemistry. I like their like pull apart brawling and stuff, but I think in the ring, their styles just do not like. I don't know. Samoa Joe has to have more like a grappling style, and Seth seems to be more high flying. Like he should be going against like Seth versus AJ Styles. I think would be a great matchup. That'd be like a dream match. But like I think Joe would be more of a guy like I don't know, like Kevin Owens, or it's not meshing well with Seth Rollins, which is kind of weird because they're both so talented. But when you put them together, it's kind of like oil and water.
Interesting. Baron, what do you think? Would you eat pizza?
I don't. They don't mesh, but I still think it's a cool feud for now. I'm just wondering what happens after it's over. Where do those two go from there? I watched their match on Monday, which ended in a disqualification. And, at this point, yeah, actually, you know what? No, I don't. I do think it's kind of cold pizza because it's like, why are they still feuding? They just don't have any. They just don't have anything else to do. They're just fighting to fight. And Samoa Joe keeps saying it's not over till I say it's over. But Seth already beat Triple H. They've already had a couple matches, those two. And then what happens after that's over? Where do those two go from there? I don't know. I don't. I could be over it. How about that?
I agree with everybody. There's really no chemistry.
No.
I feel really anxious watching Seth Rollins wrestle.
I do too. Like his knee's gonna fall out or something.
Yeah,
Right?
like his knee's gonna blow up, dude, or balloon out, and it's like I don't feel comfortable.
Not a good feeling. That's not a feeling you want to watch when one of your favorite wrestlers is in the ring.
No.
Yeah. It makes me feel weird, real weird. So we're gonna jump to commercial here, but one quick question I gotta ask. This is in the director's cut, or the director's episode. So I'm gonna cut this out for the main iTunes version. But how do we get the link to the Google Hangout? Right?
It should be. It's in the bottom. It's in the bottom corner under links. YouTube page. I don't know if you can see it. It's right next to where it says broadcast. Right here. Let's put that in there. What's the link for the show?
I see chat. I see
here's the link
screen share. Okay.
It's the very bottom where it shows the number of viewers at the moment.
I don't even see that.
I guess maybe just for me because it starts it, but I can start putting the link. I put it out on Twitter already.
Oh, rad. Okay, cool. Yeah, okay. I'm going to take.
But yeah, put it wherever you want, or put it on Facebook or whatever. But it's good to have. I think it'll change like after we're done, after we wrap it up.
Yeah.
It'll convert to like a regular YouTube like file or whatever. But I don't know, maybe it'll stay the same. I'm not sure if this is the same. Right, when you said start broadcast, they gave you a link.
Okay. Well, let's see. I'm gonna send this over to our buddy Andrew here. And
Oh yeah, cool.
have his headset all set up. But yeah, link to show. I'm just gonna hit send. But if you said it was on the Twitter, then I'm gonna see if I can find that too.
Yeah, it's the last tweet.
Yo, we tweeting.
Wiki woo.
We have 6,500 tweets.
We've tweeted
Yeah, that's a lot.
We've tweeted that many times.
Yes.
We be tweeting.
Account since November 2010.
Ah.
Oh, whoa! 7 years, really?
Yeah, I don't think that makes sense. I don't think that's correct. That's what it says, though. It says joined November 2010.
No, because the show is only 4 years old.
I don't know how that's accurate. Plus, maybe one of me or you had it, and then we converted it to something else. Convert it to Bros Before Elbows? Because, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know. Weird. Very weird. Okay. Well, nonetheless, we'll see if we can get Andrew on here. See what's
very good.
Very good.
Is it equal?
I wonder.
Okay, we haven't talked about Nakamura for like 2 episodes.
We have not.
We haven't talked about Nakamura?
Yeah, we haven't. No.
Oh, shoot.
It's just floating in the background the last 2 episodes.
He's floating around on SmackDown, not wrestling yet. Building that build-up for his first match with Zigglypuffs.
I like heel Ziggler.
Yeah, he's dope. Gotten some good knee strikes, though.
I'm LinkedIn, I think. Okay. Is he? I don't see him.
Hey, we got a kicker that kicked a 78-yard field goal coming in. That's awesome. Sorry. Talking about Arizona State. This kid kicked a 78-yard field goal. Cool. I remember Williamsfield High School.
Yeah, it's right by our house. We're in right now, our rental.
5'10", 100. He's only 165 pounds. What are you?
He's only 18. He's a kicker. You don't need to be big.
Yeah. He kicked a 78-yard field goal.
Wind aided. But still.
Oh. Still,
that's so amazing.
God. 78 yards, bro. There's only 22 yards left of football field. That's crazy.
That's true, actually. Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Hey, Tommy, is there a way that you could send the link out? Like through your little command center?
Like, how would you mean, how so?
Like, you know how you normally would, like how you would send us or like invite us into the chat? Is there a way?
I'm going to invite Andrew.
Yeah.
Well, I
Or
just
I
need
can
his.
put-
Oh yeah, I could give you the link for it here. Let's see if that's. I can put it back in the chat. The link.
Oh wait.
Oh, there's his email.
Wrong one. Here's a number.
Here's the link to.
Because I took the one from the whatchamacallit, from the email that we had, the original one. I'm watching
No, it'd be a
it,
different one.
but not in the chat. Okay, so you could probably hear it. Andrew, you can probably hear us. We're trying to figure out how to get you into this
Okay.
portal.
I sent an invite. That invitation posted.
Okay. Cool. Cute.
I guess I'll email it to him too. And there's the. I'll also put the link to it if you want to send him the link. I don't know. What are you talking to him on?
I'm just texting him right now, but I think if you sent
he's-
him the invite, that should be it. He should be able to
Yeah.
pop through.
Yeah, he'll just pop up as soon as he accepts it. Yeah.
The bros before elbows, getting crazy with technology. Because normally we use Skype. We use Skype for the longest time, and we would normally just Skype folks. But Google has been really good to us, and yeah. So thanks for sticking with us, Director Cut fans.
Skype still sucks, man. Skype sucks.
Freaking terrible, dude. But
I can't believe there hasn't been like anyone else trying to challenge like Skype, like Amazon or freaking Microsoft. Oh, was Microsoft on Skype? I don't know. Whatever.
way too many messaging programs, dude.
Good like audio ones where you can just audio to audio. It seems like I don't know. It seems like there's got to be something better
Yeah.
with something like an audio to audio thing.
Oh, that's a good question.
Probably, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I do not know. I'm not knowing the answer to that question.
Maybe Andrew knows.
Andrew, where you at, bud? I'm just waiting. Like, I'm assuming that he would get the invite, click it, and then he would pop through to our little feed where I'd see, we'd see everybody.
Yeah, he just
I'll
go.
always send it.
Yeah.
I'll email it to him too. Let's see if that helps.
Yeah. See,
Yeah, just
check
go.
it out. Because I think. What was that?
Sorry, that was me.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Catch
that
you
was
out.
a great sound effect for people to come into the show.
That is the sound effect.
Oh, is it?
All right, send him an invite.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, figuring it out.
Ba-da-da-bum.
Yep.
Wait a second.
What else is on the outline? Just soapbox and question
Yeah,
of
and,
the day, pretty much.
Pretty much. Yeah,
commercial.
We could,
Another.
we'll talk about our t-shirts. I'll do a little shameless plug here. No shame. Buy yourself a t-shirt. Go to MikeMonster.com. Go right now. We got some downtime. Go to MikeMonster.com. Look at the Bros Before Elbows t-shirt, along with all the other great t-shirts and hats and sweaters and hoodies and stuff on MikeMonster.com. And buy yourself some apparel. And buy yourself a Bros Before Elbows t-shirt. Buy every single color. This is official t-shirt. Straight
If you
up.
get Andrew's here. Hey.
Alrighty.
Yeah, dude.
Alright.
Whoa, he's got a Rowdy Piper shirt. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's legit.
Got the hot.
Oh, that's legit, dude. That's legit.
That's dope.
It may save you some whatchamacallit. You might not be as fuzzy on the feed if you just do audio. So
Okay.
the video
Okay.
might-
Here. All right. Let's.
yeah. I just noticed we noticed that
just too
because
much.
Theron always does video and it like Skypes out on us.
Oh, I
Okay.
turned off my video a
Yeah.
long time ago. Not the video,
Let's see here.
There should be a little button, like a little camera button up top, and it should say camera off. Or turn camera on, turn camera off. It just
Oh, here we
might
go.
save
Wait
you
a
a little
second.
bit of latency or whatnot. Or
Excuse me.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Just now. Just to the icon.
that's a legit
No, nice.
shirt though, man.
Yeah, that
Thank
shirt's
you.
dope.
Thank you.
Hey, man,
I'm trying to
if you
build up my classic wrestler tees.
Oh, dude, heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're looking for some
All right.
T-shirts, by the way, MikeMonster.com.
Oh, really? Yeah. I saw a really cool one on there earlier. It was like for bros before elbows, I think. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna have to pick one of those up.
Shameless, dude.
Yeah.
All right, well, check it out. Now that we got Andrew on the show, I'm going to give a little intro here. So now that we're back from, and welcome to the director's cut, everybody. But now that we've got our fan and our buddy Andrew on the show tonight, he's a good friend of my wife's, Liz. They went to school together, and he's
Correct.
good homies, and it's been great. So I recently found out that he's been marking out hard on some wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Good old wrestling. So I thought it'd be cool to and a good idea to get some fan perspective on the show and some new insights. So everybody, welcome Andrew to the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate being here.
So I got a couple questions for you, and I think the easiest way to do this, because we have 4 guys, is we'll fire a question off at you, let you answer it, and then we'll probably put in our 2 cents in after. That way it's not just a dog pile of vowels being thrown around. But first question I have for you here, Andrew, is what shows / promotions, if you watch other ones, are you currently watching?
So I get to watch Raw and Raw and SmackDown, primarily WWE content. I'll catch not TNA. It's I don't even actually watch Impact now that it's been rebranded, but Ring of Honor and the New Japan. When I hear through the grapevine if a match is particularly good, I'll seek it out and I'll watch it.
Oh, rad. Okay, yeah, dude. New Japan. I'm sure you probably heard the Omega. What was it? The
Kenny Omega and
Okada.
Yeah. I watched that one. That was pretty good. After it was given a 6-star rating, I was like, well, gotta check that one out.
I think it's great, man. New Japan I'm really stoked that they have Jim Ross as a commentator. That really blows me away. That's super cool. Hey, Tommy, did you see the Okada Kenny Omega match?
I did, man. I was exactly like Andrew. I heard everyone talking about it. I think it was like over like New Year's. It was like on New Year's Eve or on New Year's Day or something like that. And that's like when they hold their like WrestleMania in New Japan, like their version. Like I think it's Wrestle Kingdom or something like that.
Yeah,
and that was like the main event. Wrestle Kingdom. Yeah, and it was like an hour-long match, and it was pretty epic, man. There was like run-ins, like the Young Bucks came out, or I think the Young Bucks came out like at the ringside. It was like they had cool entrances and like it's cool. Because like the crowd just like sits on their hands. They don't really chant. They don't really do anything. They just kind of like sit back and like casually observe. So it's kind of like
Japanese crowds are
different
different like that. They're just you see the matches and stuff like that, and you're exactly right. They're sitting down and they'll cheer if something amazing happens, but other than that, it's dead quiet.
Yeah,
like I remember
it's eerie.
That Will Ospreay and
Ricochet.
Ricochet match. You know, they were flipping all over the place, but you know, for the majority of the match, the crowd was pretty silent.
Yeah, it's crazy because they're doing like crazy like luchador moves, like 360s, and like they're jumping on the outside. Like if you were an American crowd, like if you're in like Phoenix, Portland, or like Philadelphia or anywhere, they'd be going crazy and like yelling and stuff.
Yeah, they'd be rocking the house.
That's got to be so difficult if you've never wrestled in Japan before, because I think a lot of people feed a lot of sports entertainers, a lot of these wrestlers feed off of the crowd.
Exactly. Yeah,
and,
I agree.
And if it's like dead, it's like being a comedian and nobody laughs at your jokes.
Yeah, I think I was listening. I just heard Steve Austin talking about that. How they were putting on a barn burner of a match, but they were playing at the down where the Cowboys play, and all the sound goes up. It's not an arena; it's a stadium. So they couldn't hear the crowd, so they thought they were stinking the joint out. But in fact, they were loving it, but they just couldn't tell.
Oh, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that. Hey, Theron, have you seen, did you know what we're talking about, the Omega Okada match?
I know what you're talking about. I haven't watched it yet. I did just write it down to go watch it, though. So it's on my to-do list. I'll probably watch it after I watch NXT. I've heard all about it, though.
It's getting high praise.
Yeah.
So, but primarily, though, Andrew, you're kind of like us. You're watching mainly WWE content, SmackDown.
That's correct.
Are you watching 205? Are you watching NXT?
I'll watch NXT to see who's coming up. 205 still hasn't grasped me yet, or it hasn't got me quite yet. Their roster is, I feel it's pretty thin. I mean, you've got maybe like 3 guys that I would actually sit down and like when they show up on Raw. I kind of have to sit there and decide whether or not I want to actually watch this match. So until I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I do want to tune in, I'm not going to tune into 205.
Got it. Okay. It's hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's hit or miss. Darren, you watching 205?
Nope. No, man. It's just not. I mean, do they even? They obviously get a segment on Raw. It's a 3-hour show. They may even get 2 segments, but they don't even put those segments on Hulu. So I'm just not. I like Austin Aries. I think he's awesome. I think Neville's cool, but I'll just watch it on Raw if they make it on the Hulu version, because that's how I watch it. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Raw and SmackDown per se, what's your take on the brand split, Andrew? Which brand do you like better?
I really like the brand split. I thought it gave a lot of opportunities to guys to make their own way, and I've liked SmackDown more consistently since the brand split. I think they have better workers. I think that their storylines make a little bit more sense. I mean, and then especially since the shakeup too, I think that, I think Raw got a good deal by getting the Miz. Miz is doing some great work right now. But, kind of like Shane McMahon says, SmackDown is a land of opportunities. So guys are going there and getting opportunities to make a name for themselves. I mean, look at Jinder Mahal. Where was he a couple months ago?
Legit.
Yeah. Floating in the mid card at Raw. And then he goes to SmackDown in a couple weeks. He's number 1 contender. But
dude, I don't even think Jinder was even a mid card, dude. He was like busting tables.
Yeah.
Like working the concession stand at pretty much
setting up and breaking down the ring at the end of the night.
Oh my gosh, I agree with you, man. SmackDown, and I think we've talked about it on the show too, that with general consensus is SmackDown is a more put together show.
Yeah.
It is that land of opportunity. Tommy was just saying though previously that that Raw has a more obviously a more stacked deck. Wrestlers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I mean, for exciting for exciting wrestlers, yeah. But I mean, you think about some of the wrestlers that they have over in SmackDown. They've got AJ Styles, who's probably the best hand in the business right now. Sami Zayn can put on a good show. Kevin Owens can put on a good show. And then, they've got some really good wrestlers. So if they give them the spotlight and if they give them an opportunity to make the best of their chance, I think you're gonna see a lot of really good wrestling over on the SmackDown brand. But actually, the Raw brand is for the past couple of weeks has been really good, surprisingly good. But just overall, SmackDown has been a better show for me.
What in Raw do you specifically like the most? What do you think is pulling its weight?
Well, I mean, before the women's division was obviously exceptional on the Raw brand. I mean, Charlotte going on to SmackDown, they needed to have one of the top tier women from Raw to go to SmackDown in order to kind of balance that weight out a little bit. So the women's division was really, really good in Raw. In terms, it's been so hard. I mean, the belts right now in WWE are so devalued that it's kind of like, the heavyweight division belt. Well, Brock Lesnar hasn't been on the show since WrestleMania. What was that, 6 weeks ago or whatever? 4 to 6 weeks ago.
Couple holidays ago, yeah.
Yeah. It's been tough to try to find gems there. So I think that, I mean, I like that I like the directions of the storylines and the directions that they're going in Raw. They make sense to me. Like sometimes you see things happen, and you're like, I don't understand what's going on here. but which I'm really, really scared that Bray Wyatt is going to drag down Finn Balor in whatever they have going on. Hopefully not. Hopefully Finn can make Bray look good, because just the Demon King versus Bray Wyatt's creepy House of Horrors is just, that sounds terrible to me.
I don't. Bray is like such a mixed bag of nuts.
Yeah.
He posted a link that another one of our super fan Dan is going to be his nickname from now on. Gave us a link. It was like somebody had posted this on Reddit, but it's like all of not all, but a majority of Bray Wyatt's promos, like the past like 7 matches or something, of him, like his promo, and then it just cuts to him getting pinned.
Yeah.
Promo and then him getting pinned. So
who was it last week that suggested that he just doesn't speak for a bit? Was that?
No, that was me.
Yeah, that was a really good idea. I was thinking about that. I was like, you could take that in a very, very good direction, because he's already got the creepy factor, and he talks. The only problem is that Bray Wyatt can really talk, and he's very charismatic, and his voice just kind of draws you in. But if you just went the opposite direction with it, if you went just like, no talking at all, I think that would be a really, really interesting direction, and would give his character a more menacing aspect to it.
Silent Sting, dude. That's what I was telling the dudes. Silent Sting.
I liked that idea when I heard it.
If he talks and he loses matches, what happens when he doesn't talk? He wins matches.
Yeah.
I think Finn's gonna decimate him though. Tommy, what do you think? Finn and Bray. What's the outcome?
Oh man, I think they got to give to Finn though. I mean, like we said last week, Wyatt has become a glorified jobber at this point. Man, it's sad to see. Man, he had so much potential when he arrived on the scene, but he loses too many feuds. Like people say, like in 2017, it doesn't matter if you win or lose in pro wrestling, and I completely disagree. I mean, it just like that's part of the story. That's like bullet points that tell the story and then give characters a backstory. And Bray Wyatt's backstory, in essence, he's lost a lot. He's got a lot of L's on his record, and Finn's the new star. Finn's the new star coming back. So I mean, I think it's going to go to Finn, but hopefully Bray Wyatt somehow comes out good, looking a little better at the end of this. But I got to give to Finn going long term.
Theron, what's your 3 pennies?
It's got to go to Finn Balor. You can't have Finn Balor lose to Bray Wyatt. No one else has lost to Bray Wyatt, so why would Finn Balor lose to Bray Wyatt? I mean, I hope, like your boy said, I hope he doesn't drag down. I hope Bray doesn't drag Finn down too much. Obviously, he's going to be putting Finn over. Right now Bray's he's won his last 2 matches that I've seen him compete in, maybe even 3. He just pinned Dean Ambrose. He beat Randy Orton.
Both with help.
Both with help, exactly. He won with help in both of those matches, but he has 2 W's on his record, which is otherwise pretty much like over. So, we give you these 2 W's. Now you help us put over Finn Balor. Thanks.
Bray Wyatt. 2 fake W's, and then we'll just have you lose again.
Yeah.
That is such the crappiest end of the stick, dude.
And I feel like, because in real life, he's supposedly like really funny. He's like real chill. He's a cool guy. So he's probably just like, yeah, man, whatever,
Well, I think they should stop making him try to be a heel. I mean, because how does Bray Wyatt really get booed? I mean, Roman Reigns gets booed more than Bray Wyatt does.
That's true.
But I mean, also Roman Reigns gets booed more than anybody. But I mean, like of the heels that are out, I mean, he doesn't get booed as much as The Miz. He doesn't get booed hardly at all.
Yeah.
Is he a tweener? Is that the name for it? Tweener?
Yeah.
He is.
I would say he is, yeah. And that's not where you want to be as a wrestler. You want to be a face or a heel. I mean, unless you're making the move from one side or the other, you don't want to get stuck in obscurity, because then nobody's going to be able to identify you, and you're not going to be able to start any good feuds. I mean, yeah, I think Bray Wyatt has a lot of potential, but he just has to figure out where he wants to go and stay there, because the heel aspect whatever he's doing right now is not pushing him far enough into the bad guy territory.
Okay. All right, I can feel that. One quick little question here for you before I do another shameless plug for
Yeah.
the iTunes version here. One word. Gender. I guess there should be a question mark after that.
Yeah.
Gender?
Okay. I see. Yes.
Yes, that's all he needs, man, because gender is over. Gender is over. Gender goes from bussing tables to performing on Superstars to jobbing to Zack Ryder to being in 3MB to all of a sudden being super jacked and stealing the title and taking really cool promo pics. And now he's in the world. He's not even in the Universal title picture. I mean, granted, he's on SmackDown. And he couldn't vie for that
What's
title.
the Universal title?
That's the Raw. That's the Raw.
Oh,
title.
they have a title on that show. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's the one that Lesnar's holding hostage.
Yeah, I know. It's a joke. Yeah, I'm joking around. I know.
Track punk. But yeah, so now he's like vying for like the best title, the top dog title. So
Yeah.
I don't know what's your opinion of it. I mean, the guy skyrocketed. So what do you think that's that's valid? Does that upset you? Does that give you warm fuzzies inside? How do you feel about that?
We, because we were talking about this earlier with the brand split. SmackDown needed more top heels, and the cheapest way to do that is unfortunately, I hate to say it, I'm a brown guy, but get a brown guy and make him a bad guy. That's the cheapest way to get a top heel. And Jinder is, he's the type of guy that Vince McMahon could look at and say, I can make him into something. And he did. And he gave him the opportunity, and Jinder is getting over with it. He's becoming a heel with it. So, you look at SmackDown's top heels. I mean, they don't really have any. I mean, they've got Kevin Owens, but he's the U.S. title. Actually, that's one thing I would love to happen. If I could just wave a magic wand, I would switch the titles. I would put AJ and Kevin Owens as world title, and then have Randy Orton and Jinder Mahal as U.S. title. I think that would be make the titles much more valuable.
That's a brilliant idea. Wow.
But they don't have a lot of top heels on SmackDown. I mean, they just drafted Charlotte, and she was the top heel in maybe the company, and they made her, and they're trying to turn her into a face over on SmackDown. I mean, Charlotte's good enough; she can do anything, but they just needed more heels on the SmackDown. So I think it's a good move. I mean, and it's working. So I mean, obviously, it's a good move.
Theron, what do you think?
You know what I think. You got to respect the Maharaja. Like, duh. I mean, come on. This is the perfect storyline for this dude. He gets his shine. He's probably going to lose the feud.
Yeah.
I like Andrew's idea, though. If you switch it, because think about it. This dude is he's Jinder Mahal. He's Indian. In the U.S. title picture, right now, like that would just be perfect.
Yeah.
And then he does his whole shtick about speaking, his foreign language. Like that would be great. It's great for the world title too. But if you switch it, that would just be much better.
Is he? I don't think he's actually from India. Is he?
He's from Canada.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's right.
he's from Detroit.
Yeah, he's from Canada. If that's even where he's really from.
That's okay.
It's a cool, refreshing heel angle. And of course, America, we're not gonna say country, they're gonna buy into that. I'm like, who's this dude? We don't like him because he's brown, whatever.
You know what? I might put the strap on Jinder for a bit.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I would say do it because like Randy, I like Randy. I've seen he works well in the ring, but when I heard that Randy there's only 3 other people ever that have more championship titles than Randy, and it's Triple H, John Cena, and Ric Flair. And I mean, like I said, I like Randy, but does he deserve to be number 4 on that list?
No, not at all. Yeah. No, man.
Yeah. I don't
That's
know.
a different topic for a different day, man. That's a good.
That's true.
That's a good. A whole other podcast, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a quick. I got one more
Oh,
question for Andrew before we let him go. He had the Roddy Piper hot rod shirt on when he came on the show. How'd you get into wrestling? What's like your earliest wrestling memory, and like how'd you get into wrestling? What's like your favorite wrestler as a kid?
When I was a kid, it was Hulk Hogan. I think that, but as a kid, because I'm 32, so when I was a kid, Hogan was just huge. He was all over the place, and Macho Man was one of my favorite wrestlers. And then kind of started moving into the Attitude Era after that. But I was a big WCW guy. And then and then like obviously WWF and then WWE at the time would have ended up having a better product. So but I only really started getting back into it in the past maybe like 18 months, 2 years. So it's because I kind of fell out of it at about high school, but now everything's post kayfabe, so everybody's smart to the business. So we get to see it in kind of like a different light now. We get to see it and be able to be like, I wonder why they booked it that way, or the storyline could have been pushed in a different direction. So, that's kind of the thing that's been able to bring me back. I mean, because of course I enjoy the product. I like, when the storylines are good and and I like to see good athleticism. But sometimes it's bad too. But then it gives me an opportunity to think about how I could do things better.
Very true.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite WCW performer?
Sting. Sting was my favorite. Yeah, definitely. And then like Sting was, thinking back, I need to go back and watch more of his matches, but Ric Flair was so good. I mean, Ric Flair was so good when he was like in WWF or WWE, when he was, in Evolution and things like that. He was just so good. But if I could pick one guy though, it was Sting.
All right. Yeah, dude. I'm behind that. I'm well behind that, dude.
Yeah.
Cool. That was a good question, Tommy.
Thanks.
I'm all waterlogged now. I just kept thinking of Theron swashing around his ice cubes. I just pounded a bunch of water, so now I'm all like,
oh, that might have been me
fat.
also.
Oh. Oh gosh. Hey, but real quick, I got to do a plug here. I got to do a quick little
of course,
commercial for Mike Monster. So check this out. So super mega stoked to be talking about Mike Monster. Why? Because Mike Monster has the freshest designs in apparel, designed so hot you'll get a reverse farmer's tan just from wearing it. I cannot with any certainty back that claim up. But hey, hit up MikeMonster.com and treat yourself to a Bros Before Elbows official t-shirt. Choose between multiple t-shirt colors and be sure to use promo code Bros Before Elbows. It's the number 4 to score yourself a 20% discount. MikeMonster.com, MikeMonster.com, MikeMonster.com. Bros Before Elbows promo code. Check it out. All right, back to the show here, Tommy. Let's. Wait. We can't go to question of the day. We need to do Theron's soapbox.
Can I just go? Am I just going?
I'll in post put your little pluggy thing. It's that time again. Did you hear the new one, Theron? Did you hear the new one I did?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what? It's really good, dude. It's that time again. Theron's soapbox, but it sounds super good.
It sounds like Fat Albert. But anyway, it's hilarious.
It's that time again.
Oh, this week I sit here and watch this Kenny Omega Kazuchika Okada match, and I wonder, where is the WWE Universal Champion right now? Subject, where is this guy? Where is the one behind the one in 21 and 2? Is it 21? 22? I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. Where is Brock Lesnar? How do you bring out a brand new big red belt, make it the number 1 belt on what's supposed to be the number 1 brand in WWE, and then within a year, you put it on a man who's a part-timer, comes around when he wants to, leaves when he wants to. You know, he comes, he wins the title, he beats Goldberg, he vanquishes the man who we thought was going to stop him, which we hated, and then he disappears. I don't even think he was on Raw the next night. He wasn't on Raw the next night. He wasn't at the last pay-per-view. He's just gone. What are we doing in WWE where the main title on the main brand is not even being defended? There's not even a storyline for this title. And the man that was supposed to be in the storyline for the title is now injured and on the shelf for 2 to 3 months. So not only that, but when Lesnar comes back, he may not have an opponent to fight, and we may be more into seeing The Miz versus Dean Ambrose for the Intercontinental Championship. This is what I see as a problem in wrestling. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, you got everyone behind Jinder Mahal and the WWE Championship push. So my question is, where are you, Brock Lesnar? Where are you? When are you coming back? And when you come back, the next pay-per-view that you're scheduled for is Great Balls of Fire. That's actually the name of the pay-per-view you're going to come back for? I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And on top of that, if you have a match with Finn Balor at that pay-per-view and you beat him because Braun Strowman was supposed to be that guy, then what? Do you disappear for three to 4 more months? Do we not see you till Survivor Series? Do you not come back to the Royal Rumble? I don't understand it. I'm not sure what the motive is. I don't know if they're trying to build up the Intercontinental Championship, but I just don't like it. I feel like the Beast should be on TV. I feel like he should be on television more, and I feel like the title should be on TV more. And that's my rant. That's what I got. I don't want to hold you guys. These are things I think about.
Damn.
Nobody has anything to say to that.
I agree.
Yeah. But Andrew,
Touche.
But wait a second. You said I'm not gonna buy it, but you do because you have the WWE Network.
I do buy
for $9.99. So you
Yeah,
can't resist. You can't hashtag resist Great Balls of Fire. It's in the package, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's included. I just want to know, where is Brock Lesnar?
Well, this is another thing I was thinking about earlier. Who's the number one contender for that belt?
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
I mean,
it seems like an important plot line. Yeah.
Yeah, at least make a storyline out of that. I mean, you could get matches out of a number one contendership.
You could. You don't even need Lesnar on TV for that.
No, not at all.
You could do a tournament. You could really milk that for like 4 episodes.
At least give us Paul Heyman. I mean, because Brock Lesnar doesn't talk at all. Just send Paul E out there.
Yeah.
True. Make him earn his paychecks.
Yeah.
Have Paul fight for the title.
Yeah, really.
No, just have him talk about it. Bring his gigantic cell phone from back in his Paulie Dangerously days and do something. Gosh, I don't, or not have, maybe not have. Well, no, I guess Lesnar needs to be the champ for now. I don't know. Maybe someone else should be champion.
Yeah.
If anyone else would be champion, who could that be right now?
Nah, just make it Finn Balor, dude. Give it to Finn. Finn never lost it. He never lost the title. He should rightfully win it back. He didn't. He got injured and he had to give it up.
To have a do Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins versus, well, actually, no, he can't do, he can't have, what's his name anymore because he's injured. Shoot.
Oh,
Strowman?
Strowman, yeah, you can't have Stranger anymore because he's injured.
You know, I was thinking maybe Rollins, Joe, and Finn, triple threat. That could be cool. I could see Joe having the strap for a bit. Why not? But
throw it on him.
I'd be down for that. He wouldn't be cold pizza anymore. He'd be like, he'd be warm pizza again. One thing I think about though is the Universal title, as Theron was on his soapbox. It's become the part-time title.
Yeah.
You're right.
From Goldberg, Goldberg was there too, yeah.
It went from, unfortunately, Finn being injured, but it's like the shortest, like, I feel like that's like the worst title to hold right now. Because let's look back at its history. Finn has it for 24 hours, loses it. KO has it, but doesn't even legitimately win matches with the title. He has Jericho help him the whole way.
Yeah.
And then he winds up losing the title clean because, well, I guess, I mean, Jericho comes out and he gets distracted, but Then it goes on Goldberg, which was just to be on him for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. And then he loses it. And he's a part-timer. And then you have Brock Lesnar holding the title, and he's a part-timer. So to me, this title like is just been dragged through the mud. It seems like the concept on paper and on a whiteboard seemed great, but in actual reality, it's like a dumpster fire. It's stupid.
They just devalued the belt.
Yeah, it's get the freaking red leather off of it. That is the dumbest thing ever.
Should they switch those two titles between Raw and SmackDown?
Oh,
no.
God. Don't just dump your dirty garbage. Dude.
Hey man, SmackDown makes dreams, man. I don't know.
And they would do something great with it. You know what? I would challenge that. I would say yes, give it to SmackDown and watch them turn it into gold.
Oh yeah, really? They could make something out of that.
They could. It'd be hard though, because Daniel Bryan called it he made fun of it when it first came out.
Yeah, everybody made fun of it.
Yeah.
Universal junk, universal space junk. All right, we should get to the question of the day. Tommy, let's hit that question one more time, and we'll have everybody answer it, and then we'll wrap up this specific episode of the Bros Before Elbows podcast. Make sure to go to MikeMonster.com and buy a t-shirt.
Sweet, use the promo code.
Good, you guys are.
Oh, what's that promo code one more time?
Oh, it's Bros Before Elbows. It'll score you
cool.
20% discount.
Yeah.
Nice.
you guys are on brand. Question of the day. Is the best entrance music currently in professional wrestling? Not entrance, not walkout, not pyro, not Titantron video, but pure entrance music. You close your eyes and you want to hear this music, or you yourself want to walk out to it. I'll answer it first, and then I'll send it around the horn. Kimura, dude, because this like his entrance. His music, dude. Just like that violin and that beat, even though it's like basically just a chorus over and over again, just like a hook. But it just sounds so good, dude. It's like perfectly. And he had such a good entrance in New Japan that to have him bring this entrance over in NXT seems to be really good, and just to have it come up on the main roster and come up really good. That's probably my favorite one going right now. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew, you're the guest of the show. What's your favorite entrance music right now in professional wrestling?
Can I not pick Shinsuke's music?
Oh, you can go. You can pick it too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I would have to go Shinsuke's also. You just hear that. Wait a second. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay. I will say, Shinsuke's, and then followed very closely by Bobby Roode's.
Oh,
because Bobby Roode got over solely on. Well, yeah. I think his
like 80% of it. I think on music, right?
On that music. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Shinsuke's is pretty good, and then also Bobby Roode's is very good.
All right, Theron, what do you got? Skip Anthony. Theron, what do you got?
I can go any brand in WWE or NXT.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Pound for pound, bro.
Sanity.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay,
I really like that music. It's actually in my workout playlist. That's how awesome it is.
Oh, what?
There you go, yeah.
And then Shinsuke. If I couldn't, it's dope. Then Shinsuke after that.
They were playing Bobby Roode's.
All right, Ant.
I'm sorry, just to interrupt real quick. They were playing Bobby Roode's entrance music at one of the NBA playoffs games this year. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
I was watching the game
that's
and I
awesome.
heard it in the background. And I was like, that's Bobby Roode's entrance music.
Glorious.
Yeah.
Looks like I'm gonna have to download it onto my playlist.
I will be. I have no idea what they're saying. Glorious.
It's perfect, man. It's perfect. Anthony, what do you got? You got one more to add to is it Bobby Roode sweep or Nakamura?
They don't want none. They don't want none. If they just repeat, they don't want none, that could be his intro, and that would supersede everybody's. That's his whole intro is they don't want none, because they don't want none.
Yeah,
they don't.
But in a very very close second is Shinsuke Nakamura, because people are singing to it.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of matches too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all these have come out within the past 18 to 12 months, dude. All these new jams: AJ Styles, Nakamura, Bobby Roode, Sanity. They've all come out with they've all come out like recently, which is kind of crazy. Like they're on a hot streak, entrance music wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would say, in all honesty, Shinsuke Nakamura has like the best entrance. I mean, okay, let's just think about this for a second. Nobody chants Roman Reigns' theme song when he wrestles. Nobody chants John Cena's theme song when he wrestles. Nobody in the middle of the match is going. "Bah, bah, 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 bah." Nobody does that. But Shinsuke Nakamura, everybody.
People chant along with Kurt Angle's theme music, but just not in the way that it normally goes.
But not in the middle of a match. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Not like okay, a back and forth. All of a sudden, everybody's trying to sing the high parts of Shinsuke Nakamura's.
And they're not. Yeah, it's weird. There's just no words in it. It's just a melody, and people are, and like they're over in Europe right now, and they always sing along with their soccer matches and things like that, so you can really hear people do it. I think it's awesome. I love that. I love his theme.
Gosh, that's legit. All right, awesome, good. Well, solid show. Andrew, I want to thank you for coming on to the Bros Before Elbows Pro Wrestling Podcast. Thanks for being.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, man, this was fun. This was good stuff. Theron, of course, your soapbox. I love it.
Thank you. Good show.
And then Tommy Guns. You're just cool.
I'm here for this. Here since the first episode, man.
Very, very good.
Very good. Be sure to elbow drop your friends and be sure to share the show. Of course, you can check us out on Facebook. Subscribe to us on iTunes and on YouTube. And, of course, follow us on Twitter and share the show and tell folks. And, of course, again, we have T-shirts. This is really rad, so I'm super, super stoked. I want to thank
Jason my
from Mike Monster. Theron's freaking out about it because he's like, oh, my gosh, they have black T-shirts and they have white T-shirts and they have gray T-shirts. They have light pink T-shirts and light blue T-shirts. There's all of these different colors, and Theron is freaking out about it.
I'm watching this match also between Kenny Omega and
You couldn't wait, bro. You couldn't wait.
You couldn't wait, bro.
So good.
All right, guys. I'm going to hit the space bar here, and it's going to end the show via the iTunes episode, but we'll roll here for a hot second on live.
Word.
Hey,
so is Bullet Club a good or a heel faction?
I think they were supposed to. They started out as evil, but then everybody just loves to like